Some just don't like to share. Hello, everybody, it's Tom here. I hope you're all well today. I want to talk about how some of us will never share, and that is just it. We have to accept some people don't like sharing. And when I say sharing, I don't mean like sharing food and stuff like that, or sharing as in like they're very generous. I mean sharing as in like sharing their feelings. Us men are very guilty of never ever wanting to share our feelings. Okay? We don't like doing it. It goes back to the age old thing which I've discussed many a time on this channel about showing weakness and how men are not meant to traditionally show any form of weakness, any form of softness, any form of emotion. Particularly if you go back generations, if you go back to the generation that was born after the World War, back in the Second World War, they weren't open in any way, shape or form. If you come more to modern day, you'll find that perhaps we are getting better at talking about our feelings, but there are still exceptions to the rule. My best friend will never share everything. He's very much closed and doesn't want to talk about everything. And while I would like that person to open up, it is right if he doesn't want to. And I think it's very, very important that we don't push somebody who doesn't want to share into sharing. And I'll give you an example of somebody in my workplace. There's a lady I work with, and pretty much everybody that she associates with, very few know anything about her. She never discusses her personal life in work. She never discusses relationship status, family, or anything like that. She's very private. She very much keeps herself to herself. I have the utmost respect for anybody who lives their life that way. Because at the height of depression, you can overshare. And I've been there. There's been times I've told pretty much a complete stranger stuff that they didn't need to know. And if I could have gone back in time, I wouldn't have said anything. Because at the end of the day, they don't have to know. And we don't have to know. And we shouldn't be offended if somebody doesn't want to open up. We can't push somebody down that route. Equally, there is the other end of the spectrum for those that do overshare. I overshared because I was not very well. I was not very well mentally. I was struggling and I was in pain in that respect. But there is a point where you can share too much information. I think we live in an age where everything is very, very evasive, very, very much that you can't keep many things quiet or private now because of social media and those sort of things. But the point of this video today is, if you know somebody who's reserved, quiet, and doesn't like to talk about anything, while there may be an element of concern perhaps of them being so quiet and not opening up, I think it's our duty to recognise that some people, that's just how they are. My brother's girlfriend, who we've known for years, is the most quiet person you will ever know. And there's lots of things she, even to this day, rarely says much. She keeps a lot to herself. It doesn't mean she's any less a person or any less valued or loved, you know. Trying to have a conversation with her about anything, it's quite painful, to be honest with you. It's a lot of you trying to do the talking because she doesn't talk to anybody. And, you know, with my best friend, certain things he doesn't want to talk about. And it doesn't matter how much I may try and hint at it and suggest it, he's not going to share. He's not going to open up. He's like a damn clam. He's like that, closed. And I don't think we should shame somebody for being this way. If someone don't want to share, let them be. It's too easy now in this day and age where people will keep probing until they get an answer. I think there is a lot of respect in somebody having some privacy, and I think we should allow somebody to live their life privately if that's what they want. We should accept when someone doesn't share with us and not be offended by it. Guys, third and final video of the week. I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent on my channel. Thank you kindly. Third and final video, as I said, please put down in the comment section below. Are you somebody that's quite quiet, reserved? Do you know anybody that doesn't like to share their life, doesn't really give much information and detail out about themselves? I've become quite open in the way that I am, and perhaps I was been a little bit too open in the past, particularly at the height of my depression. I was very open. I was oversharing all sorts of details. In hindsight, I shouldn't have opened my mouth so much, but you know what? It was then and this is now, you know. And I think going forward we should absolutely not be shaming somebody for being quiet about their personal life and stuff that's going on, because at the end of the day it's their choice and we can't force somebody. Please, if you would, consider hitting that thumbs up and give me a like, and please also consider hitting that subscribe button down below. And let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know my next content's out. Back next week with another free as always. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing this, I'm sharing with you now. I've just been for a run. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Take care of yourselves and bye for now.